Yeah, what's going on? I was up online, looking for some photos of the slain Nia Wilson, who was stabbed to death by that white guy in Oakland, California. And I kept seeing these black woman, white men romance novels popping up, yo. And I just found something very ironic. I mean, it's just so ironic. The irony of it all. You know what I'm saying? There's also a woman named Nia Wilson, who was not the woman who was slain, but, shares the exact same name. And this is like a omen, yo. You know what I'm saying? Remember I was reading y'all Ezekiel 23? Remember I was telling y'all how women are, man? Look at this in fullness, yo. This is an author named Nia Wilson who specializes in black women, white men, romance novels. We got the Mafia Boss Baby, The Double Life, Tending the Billionaire, The Mobster's Gamble, In Love with the Enemy. These bitches know, man. The Spy's Husband, Salvation. And I don't know if y'all can see at the bottom of all these books, man. Maybe I can show y'all. All of them say a black woman, white man, romance novel. So, man, I just thought I'd shed some light on that, man. That was so ironic. I was like, wow, that's crazy, man. Yep. There she go right there. But I just thought I might just bring that out to start this video with. Shalom. Enjoy the dialogue. The raw, the real, and the red pill. Hey, what's going on, brothers? Thanks for tuning in to another dialogue with the raw, the real, and the red pill. And we see it happening. We see it happening all over again. And it's going to intensify, y'all. Man, it's sad. It is sad, But we have the case of Nia Wilson, Oakland, California. She was stabbed and murdered. Yes, she was. And her sister was critically injured by a white man. Came up and just dogged her. Just came up and just murdered her. You know what I mean? And I get angry, Not so much. My anger is not so much derived at and I am upset about, our woman being killed, the brethren being killed, through this white supremacy and white supremacist and the unfairness of the judicial system. This place ain't for us, man. But most of my anger is truly derived because people don't understand why this is going on, why these kind of things are happening. I just did a video on Ezekiel 23. She's a hoe, and the judgments of this hoe, I just did a video on this, and I'm telling y'all, these things are going to continue to happen, and it's all going to boil down to a race war, And it's so much in my mind right now that I want to, verbalize and convey. But I'm trying to do it in order. This isn't written. This isn't pre-written. This isn't, it's kind of a rant. Like most of my videos are. But, we got this Nia Wilson situation, man. And it's like, Ibmor, our people are like fucking crybabies, man. Our people, this is the problem with operating under a matriarchy, man. Your nation thinks as a woman. The black race in America think like women. Only women are victims. You understand? Or take the victimhood mentality. Now, there's victims every day, whether it be, black, white, Hispanic, whatever, Chinese, man or woman. But what solidifies the victimhood state is in how you handle it. Black people ain't gonna do nothing. And quite frankly, I don't think us as black men should do anything concerning Nia Wilson, because our women are not within the order. Outside of this order, which is patriarchy, period. Outside of this order comes what we see now. And I'm going to get into this Nia Wilson situation. And, I looked at this woman, a beautiful woman, beautiful sister, man. Beautiful. And, I tell you, when I see beautiful women, we see them every day. I'm a man, you know what I mean? I'll look at them, I look them up and down. I'm like, damn, shawty fine. I have my fair share of fine hoes, you know what I mean? But I've matured from that. And now when I look at a beautiful woman, I shake my head, man. I'm like, damn, it's a shame, because all that beauty is not going to be given unto an upright man. All that beauty is going to be it's going to go to vanity, man. It goes to vanity. She's going to go for the thug. She's going to perpetuate a whorish lifestyle. She's going to probably be mixing and swirling, being a whole. This is the thing that most beautiful women, they get turned out, because we live in a society where they are not under the leash of patriarchy, which this leash is safety. It's safety for them. Had Nia Long been with a man, this would not have happened, y'all. Whether she was with a husband or a father, this would not have happened, y'all. It is not proper order for a woman to be liberated. When I say liberated, I'm not saying they should be oppressed. I'm not saying, you should just, they should be oppressed and locked up in cages like animals. I'm not saying that, What I'm saying is they should always be guided and led and covered and protected by a man. But see, now, the black woman doesn't need a man. So what we are seeing is a emulation of what comes from that way of thinking. Her reproach becomes known. Now, we all know, brethren. We all know, and I know I've been in a situation. And a lot of women don't understand this, because women are not of understanding. They don't have it in them to understand. They don't have foresight, wisdom, and understanding. Their level of that is on a way lower level than a man's. But how many of us, brethren, have ever been out and seen a fine-ass woman? You dig what I'm saying? I'm talking about a dime. And she's with the man. Whether that man be her brother, her father, uncle, husband, you don't know. She's with the man. That man operates as a layer and barrier of protection, because within us, in code, we know that woman, and whether you want to admit it or not, if you don't want to admit this, then honestly, you have a simp mentality. But women are property, man. A woman is a possession. You understand? So when you see a woman with the man, that is the possession of another man, the property of another man. You understand? So this would defer, man, whoever may see her, from approaching her. You gotta be a rude son of a bitch. You got to be a stupid son of a bitch to walk up to a woman, engage a woman, whether it be in really any type of deep conversation, flirting, whatever the case be, when she's with a man, whether you know who he is or not to her. That is the covering of a woman. You understand? And the scriptures tell us that he who finds a wife beginneth a possession. These women are supposed to be under the possession of a man. If we go back to the patriarchal structure rooted in scripture, a woman, a young daughter, is under the covering of her father. And she is alleviated from the covering of her father once she is given into marriage. Then she's under the covering of her husband. And when her husband, per se, if her husband is not pleased with her and he puts her away, meaning divorce, that woman goes back to the covering of her father. Women don't think they need men until shit like this happens with Nia Wilson. You understand? Women don't think they need men until Sandra Bland's happen. Until Kanika Jenkins happen. These situations happen. You understand? Yeah, granted, that's real effed up what happened to her. And it is upsetting. But what is even more upsetting is that this is going to continue to happen. The black nation is weak. The last 3 generations of our people was raised to think, to operate as women do. You know what men do? Men go to war. Yes. There's a time for peace and there's a time for war. Men stand up. Men protect. Men hold judgment. This is the nature of man since the beginning of time. Even if you read the scripture, the Bible is a war book, if you really think about it. And what are women in the patriarchy? They don't want to see the reason why these women don't want to fall in line, because they don't want to have liberty, but that lust for independence and that lust to essentially be off a leash to do whatever the fuck she wants to do is going to come back and bite her in the ass. And what's going to end up happening and becoming of this is that it's going to be so treacherous and dangerous out here. And it is. It's beginning to be this way. For a woman to not be under the covering of a man, that it's going to be a reproach. Right now it's like, they're proud to be single, black, independent, strong, all this other bullshit. But they don't understand the vulnerability that comes with that. They don't understand it. It's like, the black woman in general is similar to this type of situation right here. Let's say you have a child. We all know they think like children to a certain extent. They're like big fucking kids. Okay, let's say you have a child, right? And the child has a choice. This child has a choice to not be told what to do, to have recess when they want, to eat all the candy bars and ice cream whenever they want. They don't have to eat vegetables. They don't have to eat balanced meals. They can do whatever they want. They can go outside, play on the playground all day, eat cookies and ice creams and candy bars, 100% of the time, versus a child having a structure, a household structure, and a balance, being told what to do, being taught how to clean, being taught how to do laundry, being taught how to keep a home, going to bed at a certain time every day, eating their vegetables, eating balanced meals, right? Follow me. If you take a child, okay, and you give them that left or that right situation, a child is usually always going to pick the left situation. They don't want to be told what to do. They're going to want to, do what they want to do. But to an adult who's looking at this situation, follow me here, they're going to know that child who chose that left-hand side is going to destroy him or herself. You understand? That's kind of how this woman is. They don't want patriarchy. They don't want order because they've been liberated. Okay? But they don't understand that this liberation is working against them. They're vulnerable, man. And I broke down in Ezekiel 23. Okay, let me just finish my thought. I broke down in Ezekiel 23 what the ending of this is going to be. And, whether you believe it or not, you're just going to have to see it unfold. In this video, this is specifically an Ibmor video, so I'm speaking specifically on black women. I like talking about black women because people ain't getting in her shit enough, man. And why I say this, because there's still too many simps, so the word ain't getting out. So I'm trying to, get some understanding to the things that are going on. But the black woman, she doesn't want to essentially go back on her leash. She doesn't want to go back to order because she has tasted the other side. She has made that deal with the devil. It's pleasing unto her. But if we look at 1 Samuel 2 and 6, I believe, this is the big thing. This is what's going to pretty much put it all in a nutshell. The father said I'm the Lord, I killeth and I maketh alive. I'm just going to throw it out there how I see it, man. Even though we all know it was a white man who ran up and, stabbed this girl in the neck and, pretty much got her up out of this motherfucker. It is all in the hands of the Father, man. And what a lot of Christians and what a lot of religious people, because I'm not religious, I'm cultured, but what a lot of people don't understand is all these things that are happening is according to the will of the Father, man. This girl, Nia Wilson, after looking at some of her pics, man, she was worldly, man. She was more than likely liberated, and she more than likely had feminist ideologies. She probably didn't feel like she needed a man, and she probably rotated multiple men because that's what they do. That's what westernized women do. That's the dating paradigm. That's how they, but there's no order in that, man. So in all honesty and in all truth, whether we want to believe it or not, the Father killed her, man. The Most High killed her, man. He got her up out of there. And the reason being is more so covered in my last video when I was reading Ezekiel 23. Because our women are not in order. It's out of order. Their order is not set on a solid foundation. The solid foundation being a patriarchy. The solid foundation being what her duties are as a woman and what she's supposed to be doing as a woman. She stepped outside of that. And outside of that, this is what we get. Now let's rewind. Let's go back to the 1960s. Let's say something like this would have happened when men had the ball, when men had the steering wheel of the direction of our nation of people. Oh yeah, Huey P. Newton and Fred Hampton and them boys. A lot of these brothers are getting out of jail now. Let's say something like this would have happened in our communities back then. It would have been retaliation. It would have been civil war. It's maybe essentially a civil war, but it would have been small, or it would have blew up. Come on now. They wouldn't have got away with that shit. But now, most of our people, 2/3 of them at least, are bitch made. They're raised by their mothers. They consider the way of thinking as if that of a woman. They don't analyze situations. There was no reason for that girl, as beautiful as she is, to be out here gadding around, bullshitting without the covering of a man. A lot of women don't feel like they need a man, and they're going to figure it out very soon. Having a man is going to be a blessing in that time to come. Y'all, the shit ain't even hit the fan yet. The shit hasn't even hit the fan yet. And they're getting taken up out of here. So, it was all cool. It was all fine and dandy. when it was the brothers, Eric Gardner, Tamar Rice, I'm not saying they was agreed with it or was happy about it, but now we see a paradigm shift. They're starting to kill the woman. And honestly, brothers, after 40, 50 years of this feminism bullshit, after trying to tell this woman that she's been siding with the state and contributing the destruction of a household, and then she's being self-destructive after telling this woman time after time again to stop twerking and shaking her ass, to stop being whores, to stop being hoes, to stop fucking everybody, to stop aborting all these kids. She has been utterly destructive. And what we see now is the destruction beginning to fall back on her head. Because that's how it goes. That's how it works. Fuck the feelings. Fuck the emotions. That's just what it is. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. And the sad part is, we see, and it's nothing new here, we see, and I'm not saying, not all white people are racist, not all white people are horrible, demonic people, but as a race of people, they don't like black people. We gotta understand it. See, black men understand this. We have a general understanding that if we're somewhere and we're the only black guy in the room or in a bar or anywhere in the middle of the woods, if you're the only black guy, you're surrounded by a bunch of white people, you should feel uncomfortable, because you're probably gonna be swinging from one of those trees within a few, because innately they don't like us, and that's even scriptural. I'm not gonna get into that too deeply, but that's even scriptural. The Father set differences between people, between nations. Everybody's supposed to be doing their own thing in their own solidity, separated in their own sovereignty. But the black bitch can't seem to separate. She doesn't want to separate because the white man is who liberated her. The white man is who liberated her. So like that child who chose, a lifestyle of no guidance and covering, and one of these candy bars and ice cream and play on the playground and not have a bedtime, she's choosing that path, and that knowing that it's gonna fuck her up. Because what's gonna happen to that child who chooses that instead of the child who chooses order? And really, most children are not gonna choose order. Order has to be impeded on them because it's beyond their understanding. The stuff Ibmor talks about and Big Town talk about, and all us woke brothers talk about is beyond her understanding. So when we see these things happen, like with Nia Wilson, at least with me, I fully understand it. Where was her man? I'm looking at her pictures. We know goddamn well this girl was no virgin, man. Come on now. I'm not condoning what's happening. I'm not saying, oh yeah, I'm happy that all these bitches are getting killed. I'm not saying necessarily that. I'm just saying I see why, and I try to tell you. I tried to warn you. A lot of us brothers tried to warn you. You've been out of pocket. You've been out of line. And you don't need a black man. And essentially, they're gonna figure out that they do need us. I don't think black men should do anything as of right now. Let them feel the burn. Let them understand. Let them understand where their protection comes from. Let them see the damage. Because let me tell you something about the Most High. Let me tell you something about the Most High. He don't discriminate. A lot of people question God. A lot of people question the sovereign Yahweh, man. Because he kills kids. He kills teenagers. He kills the young. He kills the old. He is the king of terrors. Everything that happens, whether it be good or evil, good being the right-hand side or evil being the left-hand side, it works according to his purpose and his will. And to understand the Father, we got to understand his judgments. Everything happens for a reason, within a reason, and for a reason. It is what it is. And I'm going to make a video about the kids, man, because, Y'all know I got the screen recorder app now, so it's a wrap. I'm gonna start really exposing more and more shit. But this is a dialogue. That's gonna be another video when I'm about to talk about these children, you know, so we understand why the things that are coming. Because this is only the beginning of sorrows, fam. Brethren, this is the beginning of sorrows, man. This is the beginning, and it's not going to get better. And as bad as this shit is as we see that it's getting now, it's starting to become a trend. First it was the men, you know. It's always been the men. We've always been public enemy number one, you know. But see, we understand this shit, you know. So we try not to put ourselves in situations to get fucked up out here. You know what I mean? By this racist white man and his system. Even though he'll always continue to fuck with us, but now he's going to the nigga bitch, the woman. She thinks that this man is her friend. We try to tell her. Oh man, wait until. See what the system is doing right now. You know, it's trying to excite a race war, man. And that golden fucking cherry on top that's going to trigger all of this is going to be when they remove welfare. When the EBT don't work, when they shut all that shit down, man, that's when it's gonna get real. Because when those riots occur, and it already was a test run on that, by the way. I think was it Georgia or Alabama? It was one, or was it Tennessee? I can't think of the state, but it was a southern state, and they shut it down for 2 days, and they was rioting, they was looting. You know, our people lost their fucking minds. Now, when this happens for good, and these riots occur, best believe that the powers that be have implemented, and a lot of it was through Obama, ironically, have implemented, you know, DHS and militarized the police force to essentially fuck you up. And that's where we're going to see Micah 7 and 10. When a woman should be trampled as the mire in the ground, that's when we're really going to see our women are really about to be humbled. But you know, they're like children. They can't see the aftermath of their decisions. They can't see what's coming down the line. So all we can do is warn them. They're going to call us homosexuals. They're going to call us bashers, woman haters. We're going to get all that bullshit. But you know, hey, you know, it is what it is. We tried to warn her out of love. We're going to see more and more decimation and annihilation of our woman. And honestly, I ain't doing a goddamn thing about it. For what? Why? I'm a black man in America. She has poised herself as my enemy. Through the system in which she oppresses me. Through an ideology that makes me a servant instead of her, which is the righteous order. She's supposed to serve you, brother. She's supposed to help you, brother. She's supposed to be your possession, brother. So I would like to see, and I'm not gonna lie, I would like to see this system, this ideology that she carries, to fuck her up. I want to see it fuck her up so she can get back in line. And when I say she, I'm talking about all of our women. Okay? I'm speaking on behalf of all of us brothers, except for the simps, because I can't speak on behalf of them because they probably don't like me. And actually, simps don't like me. I get into it with them every day on, you know, Facebook and shit like that. Because I'm not, man, simps make my stomach churn. You know? They just make me sick. That's not what this video is about, man. But, you know, it's not looking too good for the sisterhood, man. You know? And we're gonna see that reproach. Isaiah 4:1, with 7 women shall cling to one man. She said, please let me be called by your name that it may take away my reproach. We're gonna see that reproach very soon. The reproach is gonna be when these martial law troops are out here. When all shit hits the fan. Okay? when there is no more benefits to being a strong black independent woman, when there is no more benefits to being a single mother, when there's no benefit, because right now that there's a benefit to that. They literally get benefits. They call it benefits, you know. We know the entitlements and the benefits they get. Let's not get into that. But when none of that is really available to her, it's going to fall back to the natural state. Essentially, the system, the feminism, the ideologies, the Western ideologies, and the social constructs, and even the state government is going to divorce this bitch. Because right now, that's her man. Right now, that is her leadership. Right now, that is her man and leadership. And that's who she submits herself to. That's why, despite all the violence that's going on against our youth, against the nation of our people, from the hands of white people, just to keep it real here, you will constantly still see, and even in an increase. I even see an increase of these swirlers. I want to see how long. Cause see, I work in this Washington D.C. metropolitan area. I'm in Georgetown. You know what I'm saying? I deliver in Arlington too. I'm in Arlington, Virginia. I'm in these mixing bowls areas of where you see a nice amount of white people and black people, and you know, all cultures kind of come together. And when you sit back and look, you can see who the sisterhood is choosing up on, man. And I got in a huge argument with my woman the other day. Not a huge argument, but we was talking about swirling, because like I said, the things I say and how I feel, I really feel this way. It is who I am, and it's not something I necessarily hide. It might be something I won't talk about, but if the subject is brought up, I give my 100%, you know, raw, real truth and perspective on it. But we was talking about this swirling situation, and my woman was trying to tell me that black men do it more than black women. You know, I called bullshit. You know, so she pulled up the stats, and yeah, it is statistically. This is going to prove a point here. It is statistically true that more black men marry outside of the black woman. Keyword: marry outside of the black woman. Than black women marry outside of black men. The reason is, and this is what they don't understand, and they use this just to make it seem as though they don't swirl, and they're not out here sleeping around with the oppressor, and out here sleeping around with every fucking body. Come on, man. Everybody, come on, man. Come on, man. The sexually liberated woman, that is the black woman, man. You know what I'm saying? The most sexually liberated woman in the world is the American black woman, yo. The westernized black woman. But the point of this, what I was saying was, she brought to her defense that statistically, more black men marry outside their race. Statistically, it's census. Than black women marry outside their race. And the reason is because these white men ain't fucking marrying y'all. Y'all just the secret black lover, the secret black hole, the secret black concubine. That's all they are. And when I said that, she got up and ran out. It's an honorable thing for a man to endow his hand in marriage. So that really makes black women look like shit, because you got men willing to marry a white woman because she treats them better than a black woman will. Because she got more goddamn sense than the black bitch do. Because she conduct herself a little bit better than the black woman do. Don't get me wrong, all these westernized women will pretty much bend you over and systemically fuck you, but with no Vaseline. But the black woman is like, she's like a gorilla with that shit, Mo. Like, she's like, it's like in her. She's going to do it. It's like she's going to do it. She's going to do it. She's going to have her kid. If she does have her kid, because she's probably going to get an abortion and kill your fucking kid. And then when she has her kid, she wants to be the head. She wants to be the leader. It's either one of two things. Because there are some women, and I've seen it, that will cut off the father and do it on their own. I've seen it. You know, and of course poverty and, you know, shit like this comes out of it. And, you know, dysfunctional children, you know. nothing but negativity come out both sides. And the other side being that she just puts you on child support and gets you for all your shit and all your resources, and still, fucks up your children's heads, and you feminize your sons, and, pretty much destroys the soul out of your children to where they grow up to be like her. She raises the men that she says she hates. And there's only a portion of these men. There's only a percentile of these men. But they all come from her. But she complains of these thugs and these unsuccessful black males and these, retrobate black men. But they come from under her roof. You know what I mean? That's why I made that video a while ago. They breed with whom they breed. But, we see this Nia Wilson situation, to get back on topic. And it's not looking too good, man. It's not looking good for the BAW. It's a sad case, because, man, Shawty was beautiful, man. But at the end of the day, the indignation of the Lord was on her, man. And this is one more thing I wanted to bring out. Like I was saying earlier, the left-hand side and the right-hand side both work at the authority of the Father, man. And sometimes the Father will use two evils to annihilate each other. He'll get you out the way with evil. It says in the book of Isaiah, I create light, peace, evil. The Father creates evil, being bad situations, and 1 Samuel 2:6, I killeth and maketh alive. The Father's not playing no more games, and what he's going to do is he's turning the hearts of all, because her beauty didn't save her. That white man didn't give a fuck about how fine she was. He didn't care about that. But you know what? Had she been with a man, whether it had been her father or a husband, and how humbled herself, and probably was not dressing like a whore, probably was not on this feminist ideology and on this bullshit, you shouldn't suffer a woman to gad abroad. That's in the scriptures too. These women are not supposed to be out here gadding abroad in their leggings, in their provocative clothing. And this the only reason why they're somewhat protected, and obviously they're not protected, because the bitch died. These attacks are happening. They're getting killed. But the only thing that's protecting them is the social construct of feminism and woman's liberation, which is a bullshit construct, because it's not natural. There's a reason why in other countries women respect their men. They honor their men, because they know that man is key to their survival. Because without having a man to call to be under his covering, you are open season. If you're walking down that trail by yourself, or if you're walking alone in a nation or in an area that's in natural order, with being patriarchy, and you have a wicked man, because there's evil people out here, and he wants to take you, bitch, he gonna take you. If somebody wants to kill you, they're gonna kill you. You have no defense. All this Hollywood bullshit, this Wakanda bullshit, these woman warriors bullshit, it's all bullshit. Black women are brainwashed, and there's a lot of feminism in these Hollywood movies, man, and I hate that. I was watching Bushwick, and I really enjoyed that movie a lot, because it showed, I think it's showing how it's gonna be, but it was still a lot of little feminist fucking ideologies in that movie. Like at the end when she was, put it like this, man, when the shit hits the fan, it ain't gonna be none of that. It ain't none of that. No woman's gonna be a fucking hero. No woman's gonna be out here, Laura Croft in it, and, Tomb Raider and this shit. There ain't gonna be none of that. That's not really what's gonna happen. They're all gonna be victims. They're all gonna be crying. They're all gonna be fucked up. They're all gonna be getting raped. They're all gonna be straight up victims. Okay, I wanted to throw that out there, because that's the only thing that got me mad about that movie Bushwick, man. This hoe kept getting magically saved, at the last minute. Like when them guys, I'm not gonna spoil the movie. She was calling shots. She had everything all figured out and shit, had a plan, Nah, these bitches gonna be out here falling apart, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna know what to do. But, it's unfortunate what happened to Nia Wilson. To get back on topic, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, man. And hopefully we wake up, man. Some of these sisters, hopefully some of these black women come to become sisters. Hopefully these black women wake the fuck up, get up under their man, and take the leadership of their man. Will fall in line under the leadership of their men and support their man and love their men. And stop, these black women, y'all need to stop being fucking hoes, man. You see what's happening. You see what the Most High doing to y'all. Y'all be getting killed out here. And us brothers of introspect ain't gonna do shit. We not. And a lot of brothers are starting to. Even though there's a lot of simps, a lot of brothers are falling out of that simp frame of mind. All it takes is a couple relationships with you. All it takes is a couple, a little bit of knowledge of dealing with your ass, and men aren't gonna be simps no more. They wake up to your fuckery. You're doing it to yourself. But, all right. Thanks for tuning into the Raw, the Real, the Red Pill. Thanks for tuning into my little rant. Stay strong and, prepare for the days ahead. Shalom.